Hey guys, Plonker Will here. Just finishing up on this interview with Adam Vincent from Rocksteady, who are the guys working on Batman Arkham City. This is just wanted to let you guys know this is my first ever video interview, probably my first ever proper interview with a game developer as well. That's why I look a bit nervous and the questions are kind of dumb. But please put up with me. There's some interesting stuff in here. Nothing groundbreaking or exclusive or new. Just maybe some questions that maybe haven't been asked as much by other less interested game journalists. Thanks for watching. I'd like to also thank Adam and the entire Rocksteady team for giving me the opportunity to, giving us the opportunity to see the game at GameFest, and especially Adam for letting me interview him, even though I kind of not really strong-armed, but tricked him or, made a deal with him or something. I don't know. That's a story for another day, ladies and gentlemen. So thanks very much for watching the interview. It'll be following this bit. You haven't watched it yet. I don't. I don't even know why. Oh, okay, right. I'm just gonna shut up now and let you watch the interview. And afterwards, I might talk to you a bit more. We can have a conversation about how you thought the video went. It'd probably be a one-sided I'm gonna shut up. Just here's the interview. That's awesome. Yeah. Congratulations on. I know it's not out yet, but it looks awesome.
Yeah, thanks.
You guys must be proud, yeah?
Yeah, really proud. I mean, the first game kind of knocked us for six, really, when we realised, the kind of scores we were getting back. So, we were getting like 90s plus. I mean, we knew we were on something good because we knew we put so much effort into it that it was going to be a good game. But when you really, it's quite easy actually as a developer to kind of not really see any of the outside stuff because you're just really working on this. You've got really kind of this blinkered view to how well the game's going to do. And that's why it's such a joy to come to events like this and meet everybody, because I can see how much fun everyone's having on the game. And that's a real bonus. So for us, we're stoked to be here and showing the game after working on it for 2.5 years.
So I must be you're wrapping up, game finished, kind of just
pretty much. We're so close. Yeah.
So you guys are planning like your PR. You guys. Awesome with your whole releasing trailers just out of the blue. It's like, oh, and now we have like Deadshot in the game. Do you want to talk about Deadshot for a bit? What are you talking about with him? Or
we haven't really got much. I mean, we're going to actually be releasing a bit more information about him soon.
Oh yeah, sure.
Other than the fact that he's in the game. He's not an encounter, but he's definitely a character in there that you're going to kind of have. There's a storyline that's related to him, but we're not going to talk about him just at the moment.
That's fair enough. When you go to the office at Rocksteady in London, is there other games that you've been playing this year that have excited you? Like you've gone like Assassin's Creed. I know there's a lot of parallels with the kind of games. Did you guys play Brotherhood and go, damn, that was kind of cool? Or are there any games at Rocksteady that you all admire?
Yeah.
Like what?
So one of the things I think that we all admire, we're big Nintendo fans, particularly Zelda, Metroid. We use a lot of, we have influence from a lot of games. Obviously, we're all gamers. We all film addicts. We're all, especially comic freaks as well. So any like comics, like the Batman comics and stuff like that.
Yeah.
As for games specifically, I think two great examples are Zelda and Metroid, because in Metroid you've got this real sense of discovery and you've got this kind of scientific kind of element to it, which we've kind of really tried to. We thought they did it in such a strong way that it really felt that you were it gave you an intelligent feel. And something we've always strived to do is make Batman feel like Batman. And when you're playing it, you want to feel like Batman. You want to feel clever when you solve the riddle. Or some of the situations we've got in here are situations with Riddler, and he's kind of got these kind of crazy rooms where these are kind of warehouses that are kind of fashioned into his own sadistic style. And
kind of reminds me of like the Saw, the Saw films.
Yeah, it's a similar type of thing. And we've got he's got hostages there, and it's quite a cerebral process to try and work out what you have to do.
Sure.
And you're going to be using your gadgets, you're going to have to use your agility, as well as your kind of dexterity in your fingers to be able to kind of navigate these things. And then the kind of Zelda reference, I guess, is coming from the whole got a new thing, and getting new gadgets and getting excited about how can I use this gadget to defeat this boss, or how can I use this gadget to get past this section. Or a typical thing is when you're gliding around all of the overworld and you're doing something, and you'll see some area and you're like, oh, what is that? How can I can't do it. We've got the XP system back from that we had from the first game, and you're going to be using the XP system to get upgrades for things, and you're going to be how can I do that? I'm going to buy this gadget that's going to enable access to this area. So
sure,
it's that kind of exploration and discovery, I guess.
Going on the idea of, I mean, there was a lot of moments in Arkham Asylum where you're kind of going through and you got to backtrack and stuff. But with the game being so much bigger, it's like 4 times the size?
5 times.
5 times the size of Arkham Asylum.
Yeah. 4 or 5, yeah.
Yeah.
It's 5.
So is that... Maybe this is more of like a level design question or something, but what about like backtracking and stuff? Wouldn't that be increased? So how have you kind of approached that?
Well,
you throwing down stuff like this, like interesting at every kind of like 5 minutes or something to keep the player engaged, to stop it from sounding like grinding or something?
I think one thing you'll feel when we release the game, because obviously the E3 demo we've kind of capped the areas that you can be at, because we don't want to give away all the stuff. So you can access essentially everywhere on the map as soon as you can glide, which is as soon as you do a certain, as
tutorial stuff.
Yeah. You can access anywhere at any point. Now, like I said, there are going to be areas where you're like, how do I get into there? And you're gonna find that you can enter buildings through quests and through. There's so many side stories.
Yeah.
But one thing we went out to achieve when we were making Batman Arkham City was we wanted this extensive, huge overworld that you could glide around so seamlessly. We've nailed that. But we didn't want to just do that. We wanted to make something that was detailed. We wanted to make the biggest detailed city, and you can see it. It's like there's stuff everywhere. Like the artwork that Will Smith and his team have done for the environments is amazing, and like the guys doing the textures for this, it looks so good. And there's just so many little bits and pieces. You'll see all these Riddler trophies. We've got over 400 of them in the overworld now.
Wow!
So it's going to be taking up a lot of your time doing all this
so
stuff.
it's the achievement for 100%. I'm not going to be able to get that 3 times now on like I did on Arkham Asylum.
You could do, but it's going to take you 40 hours plus to do.
And then I've got Skyrim on top of that.
Man. Your time is precious.
I'm going to get fired. It's my job.
So I guess like traveling, there's a lot of traveling around, but you'll find that it's so enjoyable. It's not that you're backtracking. You're traveling and traversing this entire city. That it's and you'll be traveling there, and you'll notice that as you glide in past, you'll be like, what's that? It's a Riddler trophy. How do I get that? And you'll just stand there for a few minutes going, oh, this is kind of baffling. I don't know how to do it.
That's some really great stuff, and you can see that in the demos and stuff. Like the world looks awesome. I have one final question, kind of going on the Skyrim thing. Now, it's unfortunate that Batman Arkham Asylum came up against Uncharted 2, and we were talking about this last night, me and my mates. I looked on it, and Uncharted 2 won too many Game of the Year awards, and Batman Arkham Asylum didn't win enough. And unfortunately, this year, you're up against some heavy competition. I know you guys are saying you're staying focused down, but now you're getting near the finish line, and you're looking up, and you're going, oh crap, look what's around us. How do you feel about those? Are you looking forward to any of those games? Are you kind of like thinking, oh, that's cool? Or are you just kind of like, you've got your thing, and you're like, yeah, like, you guys have your thing, we have ours.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Well, I mean, personally, I don't feel any pressure from any of the competition. We've got such a solid game, and I think we offer an experience really which is pretty much unparalleled by anything else that's going to be that has ever been released, and yet let alone anything that's going to be released this Christmas. The freedom that you have gliding around is there's nothing else like it. So we're not worried about that. I'm a gamer. Everybody at the studio is a gamer. I'm going to be buying half of these games and wasting half. I'm going to be spending half of my money on these games as well. And I've got great respect for all these other companies. I mean,
brilliant.
And it's a tough thing to do. You make a game for 2.5 years and you pin all your hopes on this one release, and you just got to hope that it does well. And as long as you believe in the product, and it's if every single person at Rocksteady puts in 120% every single day, and they really do, trust me. When you've got a product that has got so much love into it, then it's fine. And we're cool with that.
All right. Well, thanks very much. I'll shake my hand. Congratulations. It just looks fantastic. I'm so excited, as is everyone else.
Glad you're stoked.
Yeah, thank you. I'm going to call it there because I've never finished an interview before.
Never finished one?
Yeah. I mean, the last time... Oh, dear Lord. Hey, Plunker Will here. I know, I'm back. I'm like a bad rash, I just don't seem to want to go away. I just finished watching the interview. I hope you guys just finished it and enjoyed it. If you did, leave a comment below. If you didn't and you thought something was wrong with it and that you thought of a better idea of how we could approach this stuff, please leave a comment. We're looking to improve ourselves. We're just starting up and we really want to be the best kind of fun, informal game journalists / game players out there. We're just gamers like you guys, and we're really, I'm I'm speaking for everyone here, but really, really excited for Batman Arkham City. Um, as for subscribe button, you should probably hit it because we've got some really awesome stuff coming up. Ali's finishing up on the Will and Ali Play Amnesia series. And I've played Amnesia, and there's some really funny stuff in there from us. If you haven't watched the previous videos, I suggest you do. And about episode 4 is where it really starts to peak up and becomes. I go back, and when I've had a bad day, I go back and watch that video to remind myself of how funny life can be. And also, after Batman Arkham City's release, we'll be debuting Angry Batman, which is a series about Batman and Batman Arkham City who is angry. It's funny. We've recorded some stuff, and hopefully we'll be posting that up for you soon. So yeah, thanks for watching. I'm Plonker Will. This is the Four Plonkers production, and I'm gonna go away.